Okay, guys, so let us do question number 2. This is maximum mark 4, and this is a probability question. Quite standard in IB Maths SL level. So to use this, I just wanted to show you guys the formula booklet. You'll be provided this always during your exam and throughout your course in your school. So you should make use of this, and yeah, it'll be very useful for you. So our question is in topic 4, statistics and probability, and click right here. And so you can see question 1 asks us to find P of A union B. So this essentially means on that if I draw a Venn diagram to explain this to you guys. So this essentially means this. So suppose I have one group over here, and suppose I have another group over here. Okay, that looks good. So I'll call this A, and this will be called B. And this outside is just called U because it's everything. Uh, so basically what this is, A union B. This means everything within here. So all of what I'm going to shade is considered A union B. So this basically is meaning A or B. Okay, so in probability, A or B, which is also A plus B. No. So, or there is another way, which is A and B. Now, in this case, it is just A into B. So this is a little bit different. So we're not getting to that right now, since question only asks us about A or B. So A or B is A plus B, right, guys? So this is essentially what the uh, A union B means. So I can just teach to you guys right now using Venn diagrams, like a variety of things. So I'll do that in part B. For this one, part A, this is what we need. So we're given that A is 0.65. So let me erase all that. Let me write here 0.65 over here. It's 0.75 right here. You don't need to draw this on the exam, because if you really need to draw it, then you can, otherwise no need. And this, what's given, means P of A intersection B, which is this portion right here. Okay, so that is only when it's this. This is the case where I explained P of A and B. So this is when A and B is multiplied essentially, but sometimes no, if it's independent, and it's other cases also. So there are a bunch of cases, but essentially it's P of A and B. That's how you say it in words, and it's this highlighted area right here, what I'm shading right now. Okay, so given that, now let's use our formula from the data booklet. So we know this is a combined event. It's not given that it's a mutually exclusive event. So we must use the first formula that's given, which is P of A union B is equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A union intersection B. This is now equal to 0.65 plus 0.75 minus of 0.6. Now what is this? 0.65 plus 0.15. This is equal to 0.80. So that's our answer for part A. Now, if this is a calculator paper, which is paper 2, then you could use the calculator, but yeah, you have to be sharp in your written maths. And now part B. So part B is essentially asking us hence or otherwise find P of A dash intersection B dash. Okay, so this is why I wanted to teach you guys a variety of the Venn diagrams. So it'll clear up a lot of things, what this A dash means, what it doesn't mean when it doesn't have A dash, all those things. So essentially a quick trick that we have to, you can realize in this is that for the answer is that all this means A dash means not A and B dash means not B. Whenever there's a dash, it means not that. So all this is A dash um, and B dash like this when it's written. This is intersection, remember? This is equal to basically written A union B, and then we can put a dash like above it. So this is why also the question has asked us hence or otherwise. Hence or otherwise because we can use part A. So because we found in part A that P of A union B from part A is equal to 0.8. Now if we don't want A union B, which is basically other than A union B, what's that? And probability only spans from a range of 0 to 1, right? Is probability. So since we know this, right? We already calculated that, so it's 1 subtracted P of A union B, which is equal to A union B dash. It's very simple. This is a really easy trick. 1.0 minus 0.8, which is 0.2. So that's our answer for part B. So now I'll just explain to you guys some Venn diagrams just to like clear up some things about what this dash and all these things mean. So let me just try and fix this split view full screen. Okay, so let me draw a small Venn diagram over here. Uh, just call this portion as like Venn diagrams. The Venn diagrams for understanding. First of all, on the exam, you're not supposed to do this. Okay, you're not supposed to write Venn diagrams for understanding or anything like that. So you can just leave it at this in the exam. This is just for showing you guys and for understanding. So, okay, I'm gonna draw the Venn diagram. Okay, A, B. So first one I'm going to draw for you guys is obviously the standard one, which we did, which is A union B. Okay, so A union B is essentially just this, all of this, all of this area. Okay, just like copy this, copy, paste. Perfect. Okay, now can do next one, which is A intersection B. This is only this small little middle area, right? We'll do it like this. So now let me think which combination is useful. Mm, why don't we do something odd, something like A intersection not B. Okay, so this should clear up things as for the not B or not A things. So essentially, if it's not B, what does that mean? That means everything that is not B. That's all it means. This just means that it's probability of only A, only A. Now only A means only this. You're not going to shade in the joint portion because that includes B, and we do not want B. So B is the enemy over here in this case. Now, okay, let me change these ones now. So then if I say A intersection, no, I mean, I did that. A not intersection B. A not intersection B. All this would be is whatever is not A this time. So it's just only probability of the B. So this time A is our enemy. So we just only color in this portion. Only this portion. That's it. Then we can go for, let's go for A union B dash. Okay, so this is quite interesting because now we have to consider whatever is not B. So we know this U, right? This is basically like the people who are not doing both or who are not interested in these. Let's say A is physics and B is chemistry, and you only have a sample of 20 students, and only let's say there's 20 students in the whole thing, and then we have physics is A, chemistry is B. So we have um, let's say 5 students and 4 students. So how many are remaining? So we only have 20 minus 9 remaining, 11 students remaining, right? Those 11 are over here, near this U, with this U, because they're not considered in the sample space right now. So that's what the whole U thing means. So if you want to say not B, in this case, A and not B, what does that mean? So that means that we have to consider uh, the outside portion as well. So I'll just shade it in. So A, not B. So we have to consider this inside portion uh, because we want A. So we are coloring this whole thing like this, like this, like this, like this. And we also have to color the outside portion. Outside is also colored. I wish I could color this a little bit more nicely, but that's how it is. So that's what this means. And yeah, that's essentially that. And then I can do another combination just for a little bit more understanding. So A dash union B dash. Now what is this essentially like in our question? We had A dash um, intersection B dash, right? Okay, let's do that. Let's do this one first instead because we had that in our question. Yeah. Okay. So this was our question. So how would that look on a Venn diagram? Okay. So this essentially, like we said, means this, right? Means this. So what this means, it's quite simple. It's just all of this outside portion, nothing else. Only the outside portion. That's it. As simple as that. Now, if I show you the other one, which I was going to do earlier, A dash union B dash. Now, what does this mean on the contrary? This means A intersection B dash, right? So this now means everything besides the shared portion. Everything besides the shared portion. So it means all of this, and it means all of this. Only excluding the shared portion. Only excluding this portion. That's all it means. So I hope I create some understanding for you guys in this question. And yeah, so that's the answer for these two questions. A part is 0.8 and B part is 0.2. Thank you, and please do share this around with your friends and family. And yeah, thank you.